And we are back. We were able to escape the drop bears, but they're right on our tails. So we're gonna have to be very careful going forward in the stream. But yes, we are gonna be continuing our upper bracket finals. Unfortunately, we weren't quite able to uh, we weren't able to stream game number one, as we didn't think there would be too much sense in having our players wait that long. But I was in that game, and that was. Oh boy, that was a game where chaos was ensuing left and right. I guess we'll go into that a little bit later on as we get on with the continuing. Here on 2000 Atmospheres, LE must beat the money. Here in the bottom left-hand corner, map spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Hong Kong. Man, that flag of Hong Kong being red and the color of... Yeah, he's fake is messing with me again. He is going to be representing himself as he's currently teamless. He is GogojOey, up 1-0.
Shaking my head, Yaku. God damn it. Yes, welcome back, everyone. We do apologize for the stream going down for as long as it did. Unfortunately, we did miss out on the first game, but we will be here for the rest of this series and the rest of this tournament. Do not fret. Again, our apologies for the delays. We are back here, and now in the upper bracket finals, spawning in the top right hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Vietnamese Protoss player currently down in this series, and I'm sure Yahoo has plenty to say about game number one. It is JusticeSimon.
That he is.
All right, Yaku, tell us, regale us with what happened in game one, and how did this blue Zerg accomplish what so many others could not?
Live reporting here by Yakuzaku. Yes, game number one. It was on Jagannatha. That was what we started things off on, and a very similar start, at least from Simon, as he did versus Demi on that map. He went for Glaive to Depths. This time, however, he was a lot more dedicated. Still no Robo Facility, but he went 6 Glaive to Depth instead of 4.
Oh my god. It's been a long time since we've seen that.
It really was. He warped a ton of them in right from the start. And GogojOey, he kind of went standard, so he did have a Roach Horn out in time. That didn't really matter, though. JusticeSimon, he was warmed up against Demi. He was able to maneuver the shades around every single roach time and time again. He got, I believe, 19 drone kills by the time he was done. But GogojOey, he made a lot of roaches, and he was looking to use them. Immediately marched them across the map. Wasn't quite able to end the game yet, but he did do about an equal amount of damage to JusticeSimon. Things slowed down a little bit for a while. JusticeSimon tried to go for a harass like he did against Demi, tried to go for that multi-prog with Warp Prism. GogojOey had a bunch of queens in position though, and just shot that Warp Prism out of the sky, and immediately when that happened, he said, alright, time to pull the trigger, time to go in with the rest of my Roach Ravager, and he was able to take game number one from there.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems when, like, again, we don't see it too often, but when you go for Glaive Adepts with 6 gateways, is that you're so much more committed, and there's so much more pressure on you to not just deal damage, but like end the game. So the moment you said, yeah, he got 19 drone kills, but the game continued on, it's like, oh.
Yep.
So, yeah.
90 drone kills.
Jesus Christ. But now, of course, we are in game number 2, and what's very interesting here is that first, the Overlord did get into the main base, and GogojOey did see the Twilight Council researching, but we have something very different coming out here.
That we do. That we very much do. It's been a while since we saw Blink Stalkers as an opening in CVP. We have seen a lot of Glaive to Depth builds throughout 2020, throughout 2021. We've seen Charge First being a very popular alternative as well. Not so much Blink.
Yeah, oh my god, especially with this many gateways, as 5 gateways get thrown down alongside the 2 that are already completed here. We have a very large commitment into these Blink Stalkers.
And you know what? GogojOey's kind of falling for it. He thinks it's going to be glaive to depths again.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's throwing down spores just in case it's DTs. He's throwing down spines in every single mineral line as well as spores, I should say, stack defense, just to make sure he can defend at every single location. And these are kind of wasted resources.
Oh, they absolutely are. Just blink away, and it's going to be the end of that. Roaches also don't trade well at all against Stalkers, at least not in a head-on engagement.
Yeah, exactly. Lings are really what you need. And to be fair, there are a couple of Lings on the way. We already have plenty lined up as well. So regardless, even if it was Adepts, GogojOey, he was making army to prepare for it. But yo, the wave of Stalkers are being warped in.
That they are, and look at that, the superior range, the superior damage against armored units, and just the fact that there's so many of them really chipping away at that roach count. But now that GogojOey confirms that it is Stalkers, he probably wasn't expecting Blink so soon, but yeah, now he knows that it's Stalkers, he knows what he needs to build.
Oh god.
How he needs to fight.
That he does, as so many of these things do get shaved off. More roaches are on the way. And the problem is that, as you were saying, JusticeSimon, he showed his hand. He is incredibly committed to this, and GogojOey, he just has to make sure that he can hold on to this third.
Yeah, he really does. It's a little bit tougher with Stalkers. I'm not gonna lie, they do have a much better range than Depth Zoo, and their damage is definitely better against buildings, but we shall see. GogojOey with the defensive advantage, actually going in for a flank, forces a cancel on that warp in, forces a ton of these Stalkers to a quarter two. He's waiting for Blink to come off cooldown, and oh man,
yeah,
Blink's away but still takes a ton of damage.
Yeah, the way that GogojOey has been utilizing these things has been insane. The surrounds, locking down the army, landing those biles. GogojOey, he has been able to successfully defend so far. He lost a lot of Lings, but he's on point when it comes to replacing them, and JusticeSimon just hasn't been able to comfortably reinforce.
That he has not. Ravage count is slowly getting better and better for GogojOey, as he has not been neglecting his roach reduction.
God, no, he has not. Meanwhile, the Lings once again going for another wrap around, and he's gonna be able to get behind the army. But there's the Blink, the War Prism.
It's so low. One more hit by the Queens, but it will survive, and it will be able to give some micro potential over here. Will be able to warp in a couple more rounds. It's so important for GogojOey right now to utilize these biles to zone the Stalkers away, to force them to blink back.
Yeah, it really is. Meanwhile, the Stalkers just don't stop. But again, the longer this goes on, the better it is for GogojOey. Finally, another warping has come in, and maybe, just maybe, JusticeSimon can break him.
Potentially, JusticeSimon is super all in right now. He's literally made nothing else but Stalkers this entire time. If he loses that Warp Prism, that's gonna be about it. So yeah, it's super important that he kept it alive.
I mean, it's insane that he kept it alive, right? Like, I thought it was dead as well. It was just one more bile or one more queen shot away.
And speaking of biles, they're looking to land, but just about able to avoid them. Another wraparound with the Lings will force the Stalkers to blink back once more. JusticeSimon is bleeding out a lot of Stalkers, you gotta say. GogojOey doesn't really have that problem.
Exactly. 28 Stalkers have already died this game. 28 Stalkers, mate. It's insane. But he's not stopping. Again, he just keeps trying to break through. But finally, he gets a couple of these Roaches, a couple of these Ravagers. He's finally been able to thin out enough of these Lings.
That he has. So these Roaches and Ravagers don't have much of a buffer left to them. GogojOey has not quite been able to go for those flanks that he once was able to do. The biles? Oh, I believe away at the last second.
That he does. Meanwhile, 12 more Lings are on the way again. Like, it's now or never for you, JusticeSimon, and he's being pushed away. He's being pushed back.
Once again. And he has slowly been getting a bit of a larger army, but I'm not entirely convinced it's going to be enough, especially as he gets closer and closer to Spinecrawler range. GogojOey now trying to move that forward.
God, that he is. The Blinks so far have been decent, but again, every single time a couple of Stalkers, they get picked off, you know, one after the other, and JusticeSimon just hasn't been able to make any headway here. Like, he's just been stuck pushing into the third for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, trying, but maybe now finally succeeding. GogojOey starting to finally lose ground here.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Like 8 lings were just donated for free. We have the aggressive blink forward. The boys are being forced up the line. And finally, JusticeSimon, he's dealing some economic damage.
Mate. There is a will, there is a way. Just gotta believe long enough. Oh, those vials definitely hurt a ton.
Yeah.
A lot of lost drones as well. StarCraft is starting to bleed out, but has JusticeSimon done enough damage? I mean, GogojOey doesn't have the production capability anymore. Look at that. Yeah, he does have a bank.
Yeah.
JusticeSimon, he did it.
Wow, JusticeSimon, the 5-minute long all in. It looked like GogojOey was just barely holding on each time, but we saw that link count get lower and lower, and JusticeSimon ties up the series 1-1.
It's all about that Warp Prism in the end. You'll have to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely zero staying power for JusticeSimon there. Had he lost the Warp Prism when he did, it was super important.
Exactly. Like this game would have been completely different if that Warp Prism had died. So oh god, I'm sure GogojOey he's hitting him. You know, it's rough, right? One more bile. That's all he needed.
One more bile. One more volley from the Queens, but it was just a pixel out of range. So those moments where you're like, I don't care about the math. I don't care about being constrained. If I just click hard enough, maybe. Unfortunately, that's as much as I wish that's how it worked. It isn't.
Yeah, unfortunately. But now we're going to the ace match, and you love to see it, right? Like JusticeSimon coming out here with a much more old school build, like going into Blink Stalkers like this. We saw this a lot. You know, I keep saying this like last year, at the end of last year, maybe the year before even. Blink Stalker was a lot more prominent in CVP.
So yeah, definitely a parting thing. So yeah, about beginning of last year, and
kind
2 years ago.
Yeah, back when Darkness was still playing, stats kind of rose to prominence, and it was. There was a while with that we saw that from time and time again on Jagannatha especially, but
is that how long Jagannatha has been in the map pool? It honestly would not surprise me.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Say Jagannatha, Ice. I think I remember seeing it on Ice and Chrome.
Ice and Chrome. I kind of wish we had Ice and Chrome back. I don't even remember the layout on that map. I just want it back. Variety.
Jesus, it's crazy.
Jesus.
What's the other one that I'm thinking of? There was Ice and Chrome. Was Blue Shift around with Ice and Chrome?
No, it wasn't Blue Shift. I think it was not Romanticide, but the purple map before Romanticide. What was it? Nightshade?
Nightshade. Yeah. Yeah,
it's coming back.
Oh my god.
The purple map before Romanticide, yeah. Every map pool has to have a purple map. But regardless, we are going to be concluding our upper bracket finals here on Lightshade LE. We're in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have the blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Hong Kong. He is currently the best player from Hong Kong, and going for a 12 pool, he is GogojOey.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Vietnamese Protoss player. He is red, representing himself, currently tied up 1-1 in this best of 3. It is JusticeSimon. Wait, get into the name, please. He sees that there is no hatch first. Yeah. Okay, there we go. He dips into the main base, and once he gets behind the mineral line, he will confirm, the pool's already done. That's a 12 pool.
Alright, time to chrono out a Zealot quick as I can. Already held against Demi doing this once. Now to hold against GogojOey doing it once.
Yes, to be fair, we're on Lightshade, so this will hit a little bit faster compared to, was it Jagannatha that Demi did it?
I believe so, yeah.
So this is a little bit scarier on this map. We do have one probe on the low ground. The wall is for the most part up and running.
Wall, yeah.
Yeah, but the Lings are about to show up and the Zealot's not out yet. And it's got a long way to walk.
It's gonna have a... It will... It's there. No!
No!
No, Zealot, what are you doing?
Oh my god, the wall was not a wall, and the Zealot's getting lower and lower. Oh god, can it just barely hold on?
That wall is still not a wall.
It's really not.
Huh. Alright, a little bit of a miscalculation going on here. Another Zealot's gonna make it out, but too little too late, it feels like. Yeah, the adapts are definitely gonna help.
Oh yeah. I mean, this will be cleaned up. Thankfully, a lot of the Lings were taken out with that first Zealot, but now that there's only one Zealot remaining, that does kind of take out a lot of the counterattack power. Oh my god, the probe goes down as well.
A very nice micro coming out from GogojOey behind us. He is looking in the next phase. He's trying to get that natural base up, but he knows he needs to equalize the damage before... Or he knows he needs to do some damage to make it equal.
Yeah, this is insane. 3 probes have gone down. This next is so delayed. It's so incredibly delayed. Oh my god. I was half expecting JusticeSimon to, instead of like at this point just proxy. But I respect it. He still commits to the Nexus, but he is now behind after this opener.
He can do both.
He could
potentially. Well. He could if he gets enough time.
He definitely could. He definitely could. Oh boy, as the 2 adepts are across the map, are they going to do too much? Not really. We do have slow Lings to help defend. Gas is being mined. A 3rd is on the way, and JusticeSimon hasn't spotted the 3rd yet, but he is about to.
Yes, like so. Getting a little bit of whiplash here. Doesn't scout a natural at the start. Now all of a sudden, quick through base.
And ooh, interesting. So JusticeSimon, I respect this, especially on Lightshade. He is going for the Glaive Adepts again.
Has he only gone for a Stargate-oriented composition once in the time that we've casted him, in the 6 games that we've casted him? All right, I like it.
So far, only once. We've seen a lot of variety from JusticeSimon today, is what I will say, right? We've seen Glaives, we've seen Glaive All-Ins, we've seen Blink Stalkers, we've seen a bit of Stargate as well.
Rock on.
Yeah,
a little bit of everything. Definitely more focus on gateway styles, but I dig it. Definitely dig it.
It's one of those things that can happen sometimes where after you take a long break from the game, you kind of like come out and you feel refreshed, and you have an open mind. You're not kind of stuck in your ways. You're more akin to just go with the flow.
Oh, is that what's supposed to happen? I had the opposite.
Oh.
I took a break and then I dug back in. I was like, I'm just gonna play how I like to play. I don't care. And then all of a sudden, I wonder why I'm losing.
Speaking of, we have 3 gateways here in the main. We've got an additional 2 here. So, mate, we got 6 gates again.
And we don't just have 6 gates. We don't just have Glaive to Depths.
Mate!
They were not trying.
It's happening, JusticeSimon. He has heard our prayers. We wanted DTs earlier on in the day from Starduck. We're finally getting it here from JusticeSimon.
Just killing Spore Crawler, by the way. A little bit of waste of resources coming down. GogojOey thinks it's just a depth. Okay, he's getting a backup Spore.
He's getting a Spore in the main base. Okay, there we go. We do have a Spore in every single mineral line. GogojOey, he's not cutting any corners here. Really respecting the possibility of those ETs.
Yeah, he's just going through his mind right now and thinking, what could possibly kill me at this point? DTs can always kill you.
Yeah, always, mate, always. But not if you have Spores, and not if you have units in position. Meanwhile, the Dark Shrine is about to finish up. We have not seen additional warp-ins from these adepts right now. GogojOey is just testing the waters. If he goes into the mineral line, he will confirm that there is a Spore. That he does.
Doesn't want to risk too much. Still going to be warping on those DTs just to see what he can get away with, but yeah, it's not going to be as straightforward anymore. He needs to be able to distract the army long enough to take out the Spore Crawlers, and then
it's one of those things where the army is here at the natural, but we have a Spine and 2 Queens here as walls. Like, they're going to be
blocking.
No, the Oh,
that
no.
wall is not a wall. The body block was not in position. 2 of these ETs will go down, but there's no more detection here. And the Larry done. He can't get overseers.
And now it's go time. The Adepts, that is their cue to shade into the natural base. Will they commit the Lings? They're going to try and deal with them. Meanwhile, the DTs, they're taking down the base, the hatchery. Oh, no, never mind.
I'm not sure if that's the right call. Yeah, the way he moved a little bit. Unfortunate. Plenty of transfuse on these queens and plenty of health regardless on top of that hatchery. So that could have been a whole lot worse for GogojOey, but such a quick reaction from him.
Only 4 drones went down. Only 4 drones, and as we saw, like, that was a lot of damage on the hatchery that could have been on drones, on queens. Instead, it was essentially wasted DPS.
Yeah. I was just able to sneak in the Harkon to finish the job, but not looking too likely now that GogojOey has a much better army. Look at that supply disparity.
Like committing into 6 gateways, committing into a dark shrine, and having it not pay for itself. JusticeSimon, he's got to do one of 2 things: either transition into another all-in, or just turtle up at home. It looks like he wants to try and expand and hold on to this 3rd base, but GogojOey is already here.
He's got some opinions on that, yeah.
Oh boy.
I think that the best thing that Protoss should do in this scenario is die to me.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on the production tab right now because I want to see if GogojOey ever decides to drone up. At the moment, okay, he's making a couple of drones now. He's still working on his upgrades, but he hasn't utilized the Evo chamber quite yet. Oh my god, as he goes for a massively run by. Oh my god, I did not expect this at all.
The walls are never walls.
Oh god. GogojOey, he's being pulled apart. The rest of the army wants to hit the 3rd.
Yeah, they do. That choke point actually delaying the defense a lot for JusticeSimon, as all of the units have to go through that one bottleneck. Meanwhile, as he was saying, the main army here at that 3rd base, the Biles, don't even care about the Warp Prism.
Oh god, they do not. The Nexus will go down. At the same time, the Lings still have not been dealt with. They're killing probe after probe, and JusticeSimon, his army is just floundering around. It's being pulled apart, trying to defend the bases. In the end, it defends nothing.
Yeah, finally, they're kind of in a position where they can chase this army away, but at the cost of that 3rd base, at the cost of 22 probes, it's now or never for JusticeSimon.
Exactly, he's forced all in, and this army isn't as threatening as it otherwise could have been. GogojOey, he's about to be maxed out, Yaku.
It's 11 more units. Well, doesn't even matter. He might as well be maxed out when you look at the army supply of JusticeSimon. Literally half of GogojOey's full surround with the Roach and the Ravagers. These Immortals are gonna help, but nowhere near enough. GG's call. GogojOey does what Demi and Miomika could not, taking out JusticeSimon 2-1. Yeah, it's our first grand finalist.
Just wow, GG, congratulations to GogojOey. And what I will say is that, mate, that series was still pretty close.
It really was. That game as well. Oh man.
Yeah, and with that, again, congratulations to GogojOey. He moves on to the grand finals. JusticeSimon gets knocked down to the lower bracket, and we have a rematch that we're heading into.
Ooh, it's all already finished up. Demi takes out Starduck 1-0, and then Beastork 1-0, and we are now facing another best of 3 PvZ. JusticeSimon versus Demi. That rhymes.